CSGN back again, once again, with another Wishlist video that I'm certain nobody at EA will ever watch, see, or probably hear about. Because they're probably too busy doing, I don't actually know, personally. I don't think anyone actually knows what the Madden team does from year to year. Anyways. But we do know one thing, and is that they don't really listen to the community, that's for sure. And when I say community, I mean the entire Madden franchise community, or not franchise community even. I mean the entire Madden community in general. Doesn't matter if you play franchise, MUT, head-to-head games, face of the franchise even. I don't know why you want to play that, well, it's terrible. EA doesn't really care about us. So why am I making this video? Because, well, when it does well on YouTube usually, people love wishlist videos. And I just want to vent a little bit. So let's get into this wishlist. We're getting right down into it. Number one, a real career mode. This one is easy, well, easy to say, not easy for EA to actually execute. It's been said a million times. I think, in my personal opinion, the mode that helped 2K sort of become the behemoth that it is today, at the start, was My Career. But even My Career now isn't really the same mode that it was maybe 6 years ago, because the mode that's sort of taken over for that has been like Park and things like that. You know, the career mode experience in My Career has been rather poor ever since, you know, the ugliest man alive, Michael B. Jordan, was put in the game. But I feel this is where Madden could actually be a market leader and actually outshine 2K a little bit. First thing you have to do, drop the story mode that nobody likes. I mean, nobody cares about the Heartbreaker Boys or whatever that was in Madden 21. Bring back the true superstar mode. Make it the RPG football player experience that we all want. Add face scans, tattoos, endorsement deals, you know, a social media aspect where we can, you know, berate our coaches or teammates, the media, whoever, whatever. But let us really dive into the role of being an NFL player. Let us craft our own careers in this mode. I think not only will people be happy to actually see such a mode return to Madden, I think you'll actually get people excited to make content for the mode. Because what you see is people, you know, they do like the first little bit of it, and then once you sort of no longer have like the actual like 5 story mode cutscenes that the mode has now, people just sort of forget about it. It's just not that fun. There's nothing that really differentiates your career mode from another person's career mode. So I think that's something that would really help the game. It would give us something, I think, new, fresh, and exciting into Madden. Something that we haven't gotten in a long time. And number 2 is something that they thought was new, fresh, and exciting, that was just sort of cool for like a week. Then everyone sort of said, forget this. Number 2, spin off the yard into its own game. Get it out of Madden. Spin this thing off into its own standalone title. Release it the week of the Super Bowl for like $20. Do whatever you want with it. Do whatever you want in the mode, in the game, once you've spun off the mode. I don't care if you want to add moon boots that make you jump 25 feet into the air. Add in all the celebrities or athletes from other sports you want. Add Karl Malone, Ellen DeGeneres, Kevin Spacey. I don't care, because I probably won't be paying for it. I want this mode out of Madden, only because I think it, from an execution standpoint, it's actually really bad. It just doesn't belong in Madden, eating up resources and other things that are more important in my personal opinion. Especially if all you're going to do in that mode is add in some clothes and things like that. We need more. I mean, really? I mean, honestly. Is that what people really wanted? I don't think so. Either really improve upon that mode and really add on to it, or just piss off with it. Because if you come back next year and it's basically like the same exact mode with a few extra yards added, I don't care, man. You know, you really need to do something in that mode to make it more varied, add some more variety to that mode. which is why I think you should make it into its own game, because why are you you have so many other things that are screwed up in this game. Why are you wasting time on another mode like this that people aren't playing? You already have Superstar KO, so I don't really understand the need for the yard. That's all I have to say on that. Number 3, for things that are important, franchise mode. We say this every year, every month, every week, every day, every hour, every minute, every second. But for the love of God, or whatever higher power you choose to believe in or don't believe in, actually update and add new stuff to franchise mode. I don't think I need to go point by point on what needs to be fixed or added, but I will say one thing. In the My Bears franchise, there should be gameplay footage of it that you're watching right now. I don't know if you don't watch it, hit like, hit subscribe and go watch the My Bears franchise that I have going on right now. The Bengals in the draft took Zach Wilson with their first round pick, which I believe was like number 4 or 5. Joe Burrow was still on the team. He was healthy. Zach Wilson isn't even starting for them. It literally doesn't make sense. Do I really need to break down how broken and busted that is? Do I need to go into just how stupid that is? How a team with that many other needs, like, we're going to take a quarterback here. Can you even imagine a situation? Unless, like, Joe Burrow, like, gets hit by a bus tomorrow. Which, might happen. 2020, we still got a couple more days left. Outside of that, they're not drafting a quarterback in the first round. So why that would even be a possibility of happening just tells me everything I need to know about just how terrible just the logic engine in the franchise mode is. That's all I mean, just fix that and the mode will be halfway even more playable. Just right off the bat, just that one thing. It's very simple. I mean, it is very simple. And then my last point here, can you add in a couple more faces already? Because, like, once you get past, like, year 2 or 3, you start having more and more drafted players. Everyone has, like, the same, like, 4 faces, and it just sort of throws off the game. Please fix that. Number 4, and this is going to be somewhat different from other people. Some people like this aspect of Madden 21 on next gen. A lot of my complaints are more next gen. Why are players so slow? That's number 4 here. I mean, why? I mean, really, why? I mean, it cannot be realism. My grandmother could probably outrun Tyreek Hill if he was as fast as he is in next gen Madden. I don't really get this at all. Movement wasn't, like, I wouldn't say it was, like, great on last gen for Madden 21 back on PS4, but now it just feels really clunky, just weird. Fix that. I think a broader point is sort of like just, this is more gameplay, I think. Can we get offensive blocking? And can we get that fixed already? I think it's been a joke. This is a joke. It's been said a million times. But if this is what lead gameplay director Clint Oldenburg thinks blocking in the NFL should look like, it's honestly, it really shouldn't surprise us that he didn't last that long in the NFL. Sorry, but not sorry, Clint. You've held that job for about a decade, and blocking has still just been bad. And then I know I'm going to get responsible. If they make blocking better, if they make it too good, then people just be running all over the place because the pursuit angles are really bad. Then fine, fix the pursuit angles. I mean, honestly, like, how are the pursuit angles just so terrible in this game? I don't understand it. Fix the pursuit angles, fix the blocking. You do those 2 things, right? And I feel this game is going to take off amazing. I think you'll really have a really good game here. Also, can we fix route running? I mean, I don't really get this. One of the things I don't understand, you sit here and you brag about your RFID chips with next-gen stats. Why are guys rounding off their routes? Why are they not actually cutting when they run routes in next-gen Madden? They're sort of just like, they're taking like longer ways around to get to their actual route where they need to be in their cuts. It just doesn't make any sense. It is not real. It's not true to life. It looks terrible. If you just play the game for a little bit, actually go look at how people run the routes in this game, and you'll see that it's just pathetic. It's not good. It's really bad, actually. And there's no way you got RFID tracking on how to actually for these routes. There's just no way you did. You're lying, or you're that incompetent. I don't know which one it is anymore. I honestly don't. Number 5. This is more of a visual thing, but whatever. This is something that this shouldn't be happening in 2020 or in 2021 when Madden 22 comes out. I don't understand why this is the one sports game they can't get players to look true to life, and at least regards to their uniforms and equipment. And what I'm talking about here is the shoulder pads. For the love of God, why are the shoulder pads so massive? In this gameplay that you're watching, you'll probably see Kyle Trask's shoulder pads. And you'll say, man, those are kind of big. Those look like linebacker shoulder pads. And it's like, yeah, you know why? Because for whatever reason, here's the thing. I have his shoulder pads set to the smallest setting they can be on both of the options. And they're still massive. I mean, they're bigger than his head. I mean, if you actually look at a picture of Kyle Trask and his shoulder pads, they're kind of small. So I don't know why shoulder pads are still just so big. But in Madden 21, he looks like he should be playing linebacker for the team with how big those shoulder pads are. They look terrible. Looks like he's wearing like a pair of Jerome Bettis' massive shoulder pads. And also, let's not forget the cover athlete, the guy that you would probably want to look the best, Lamar Jackson. Why does it look like there's 2 aircraft carriers hanging off of his shoulders? I know there's a million other things that need to be fixed, but this is to the art department. This is to, the guy on Twitter who's always talking about, oh, we got all these mouth pads in the game. Look how great we are. Dude, get the shoulder pads right. How can you not get the shoulder pads right? Honestly, this would be like if you had the wrong helmets in the game. I don't get it. Fix it. Now, number 6, quarterback AI, offensive AI. I don't know what the hell is going. I don't know what's happened with the offensive AI, but it feels like it has completely just regressed. I've tried all sorts of different things. I can't get the AI to score on me, if that makes any sense. Once I sort of get my bearings with the game, you saw in the first few games of the Bears franchise series that I started here in Next Gen, I was sort of getting scored on, but now that I'm sort of used to the game again, I sort of know what works now. It's sort of easy to sort of shut down offenses. I don't know why that is. One of the biggest issues with this game is that the fact that the CPU quarterback will check the ball down. They don't actually try to get the ball down the field, it feels like. It doesn't feel like they're trying to score. It feels like they're more concerned with trying to get a first down, if that makes any sense. As if the way the game is coded, it's more for you got to get this first down to stop me from beating the mutt challenge. It almost feels like that. So I can't help but wonder if some of that DDA code for mutt is sort of so hard baked into the actual game that it actually sort of has ruined other modes now. Just a thought. I don't know if that's actually the case, but I mean, I don't know. The only time the CPU really scores, there's not too many times where they put a drive together. It's usually on a busted coverage or just a big chunk play, things like that. That's really the only way the CPU can march down the field. The CPU can't sustain drives. I feel that's the real problem. I think we're on number 7. Animation blending needs to be better. I had an animation the other day. I hit stick fumbled the guy. He goes down, but then he immediately shifted into as if he was running towards the ball and picking it up. The guy who got hit and fumbled it. So things like that. There's something wrong with the code where after you get hit sticked, you shouldn't get an animation where you immediately pick up the ball, where you pop back up, you rise back up from the dead as if you're the Undertaker. That shouldn't be happening. So number 8, I believe. Snow looks terrible. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm gonna say that right now. From what I've seen, even on next gen, snow looks really bad. FIFA does snow better. Why does you guys share the same engines and stuff? So why? Wasn't that the whole point of moving to the Frostbite engine? Is that you can all share gains and leaps you both make? Why does snow look really good in one game and awful in this one? I don't get it. Another thing with the AI, I guess this is number 9. Should have went with number 7, but whatever. AI play calling is still really shoddy. And their clock management is just really bad. If you're someone who plays Madden, you know this. The AI will sort of just constantly let the clock run out before half in the 2-minute drill, instead of using the timeout so they can kick a field goal. It's like they don't want to kick field goals and get points on the board for some reason. Once again, I can't help wonder if that's a thing where how the game's coded more for MUT and the challenges and things like that with the solo challenges. And so like that, once again, that solo challenge coding is hard baked into the game entirely. So it sort of screws up franchise mode. So I don't know if that's the case. If it is, do you guys not know how to fix anything there at Burn? Are you guys just that stupid? I don't know. Number 10, suction blocking and tackling. It's sort of back in this game again. There's so many times where I feel like I've hit a hole and then like you just get sucked right back into a tackle. This wasn't like, I could have swore this was somewhat fixed in Madden 20, and I understand. In Madden 20, the big problem in the competitive scene was people just running the ball too much. Once again, this goes back to another point I made. Fix the pursuit angles, and that won't be a problem. Fix some of the AI issues, and that won't be a problem with big chunk running plays all the time. If linebackers actually know how to properly play defense, and also a lot of it is because most of you play defensive sets where you're going to get run on, so stop your crying. The suction stuff, get it out of the game, please. It's terrible. I would like it out. Not out. I know like you have to do that because it's a video game, but it shouldn't be as strong as it is in right now. It's gone back to just being unrealistically strong, and it just looks weird and goofy because there's times where you look and you're like, wait a minute, why is that doing that? And you go and you look at the replays like, oh, I just got sucked right into a tackle. Not cool, unrealistic, not fun, shouldn't be happening in 2020 or 2021 for that matter. So I am done. I didn't expect this video to be going on 18 minutes long. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. If there's any things that you would like to see, if there's anything you would like to see added to Madden 21, leave it down below. I'll try to read them. If you want, hit like, hit subscribe, watch my Bears franchise series. I'm gonna be unboxing cards every now and then when I'm able to get cards. And follow me on Twitter. I have a Facebook, I have an Instagram, I have all that stuff. You can talk to me there. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.